Before Journey and the Alien Project, Steve Perry was in a band called Privilege, and they were Canadian. We'll talk about that coming right up.
Three, two, one.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. I'm Gary Stuckey, and today we're talking about Steve Perry. Now, Steve, you know him from Journey. You know him from the Alien Project. Solo stuff. You know those stories. But did you know that Steve was in a Canadian band called Privilege? What a privilege it must have been to hear. Okay, but anyway. Okay, there's an article online. Okay, Steve, back in the 70s, around mid 70s, he had been playing drums and everything in a band. He was down in California, in the Hollywood area. He was checking out bands and everything. He was a session drummer. And the band Privilege, there's a guy named Andy Krawchuk that was the band leader of the band Privilege. He did an article online, was talking about this story, but Steve was down there in California. He came to check out the band Privilege, which I guess sounded kind of like Chicago or Earth, Wind and Fire or something like that. I'm guessing. They had horns and everything. Steve really loved the horns, and he came to check them out and everything. But they had to leave and go play at another place. They didn't have a whole lot of time to check them out and everything. So when they went back up to Canada, Steve gave them a call, and they actually went on tour. And they had a singer, but Steve he sung, back up and everything. And the guy there, the band leader, Andy Krawchuk, he was hoping that Steve would stick around, and they have two lead singers. It kind of sounded like the Righteous Brothers or something like that. He said. Or maybe even sound like, Steve Perry and Greg Riley in the Journey days, right? Have two good lead vocalists and share lead, something like that. But they actually toured around Canada there for a while in the mid 70s, but just didn't work out. Steve wasn't used to all that cold, he said, and he just packed it up and went back home to where it's warm, back in sunny California, where he belongs. And eventually he would go to the Alien Project, but the bass player was killed in a car wreck, so Steve left that band, and then, the rest is history with Journey, and we know all about that. But, oh yeah, here's another side note. That band Privilege that Steve was with for a while, they were called the A&W Lords before they were called Privilege. The A&W Lords. I guess like the root beer or something like that. I don't know. But that's pretty cool though. But before Journey, you had the Canadian band Privilege, and Journey lead singer Steve Perry was with them. Take off hosers. Steve Perry left that band, and like I said, the rest is history. I gotta love Canada. I love Canada. I love hockey. Love Alex Trebek. And Maple Leafs. What more can I say? And we're still waiting for Steve Perry and some new info from Steve. Maybe a new song. He's still on the charts. And let you know about that coming right up. How his song "We're Still Here" is faring this week. And I'll let you know more about some new things headed your way in the Steve Perry world. Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.